As we leave the Needles and Allen Bay behind us, now is the ideal time to mention two of our other seasonal services which you may find interesting. From Ryde we have the Downs Breezer, which explores the eastern side of the island, taking in some of the island's most spectacular views of the island and mainland, as well as serving some of the island's premier tourist attractions. In Shanklin, you can hop aboard our Shanklin shuttle bus service, which links Shanklin Bus Station, the railway station, Shanklin Esplanade, Shanklin Chine, and the picturesque Shanklin Old Village. Operating dates for these two services are as specified in our timetable, or you can always check with your driver or at the office in Yarmouth Bus Station. High over to your right, you can see the Tennyson Monument, celebrating the achievements of a notable local resident, and now in the care of the National Trust. Often overlooked, however, is another famous native of freshwater, Robert Hooke. Born in 1635, from poor family and disabled himself, he was nonetheless the most advanced scientist of his age, and many modern machines are the result of his ideas. Among Robert Hooke's inventions were the iris diaphragm in a camera, and the universal joint in a motor vehicle. He was also the originator of the word cell in biology. Another of his inventions continues to work as effectively as ever in the 21st century, for Robert Hooke was the inventor of the watch balance spring. The next stop is Totland. The name Totland means protruding prominent land. The road on the left, opposite the War Memorial, will take you down to Totland Bay. This unspoiled bay is a shingle sand composite and ideal for walkers. The bay is also home to the Waterfront Pub, which specialises in seafood and Mediterranean cuisine. From the bay, you will also see Totland Pier. The pier was completed in 1880 by the Totland Bay Hotel to attract tourists to the area. Today the pier is undergoing restoration to bring it back to its former glory and once again bring more tourists to the area. far end of Colwell Common on your left is the stop for Colwell Bay. Colwell Bay is the ideal place for those seeking the quieter side of the seaside. The water here is shallow and warm, making it perfect for swimming. The bay itself is 2 miles long and comprises of sand and shingle. There is also a beach shop, restaurants and deck chair hire. This part of the island has always been well defended from enemy invasion. At one point there were 7 points of defence on this side of the island. These were the Needles Batteries, Hazelwood Battery, Warden Point Battery, Cliff End Battery, Fort Warden, and coming up on the right are the remains of the extremely well defended Golden Hill Fort. A 6-sided structure, Golden Hill was a land rather than sea defence fort and acted as a barracks for the gunners manning the nearby batteries. Whilst operating, the fort even had its own hospital, which can still be seen over to your left. Constructed between 1863 and 1868, this remarkable listed landmark was used by the Army until 1962. As well as being home to luxury apartments, it is also reputed to be home to a ghost. The ghost is believed to have been a World War I Sergeant Major who was hated by his colleagues. He died after accidentally falling down a flight of stairs and breaking his neck. Accidental or not, we'll let you decide for yourselves. We will soon be approaching the stop for Fort Victoria, which is situated approximately half a mile down the lane from the bus stop. Fort Victoria was completed in 1855 to complement Hurst Castle as defence force against the threat of French invasion. By 1890 it was used as a mine depot by the Royal Engineers, and during both World Wars the fort again formed part of the island's defence system. The site was decommissioned in the 1960s and was latterly used as a location in the BBC rendition of Les Miserables. The remains of the fort now house a cafe, along with several visitor attractions, including a planetarium, a reptilarium, one coast sweet shop, and an archaeology centre. We are now coming into Yarmouth and will shortly pass over the modern swing bridge, which opens hourly throughout the summer months to allow boats to moor in the naturally protected harbour. The Bressel Handbook to the Isle of Wight refers to a ferry between Yarmouth and the hamlet of Norton to facilitate communications. In 1858, a causeway was built across the estuary and a swing bridge was put in place to complete the link to freshwater in 1860. The bridge was eventually replaced, and in 1987 this modern swing bridge opened to the public. Remains of the old bridge can still be seen to the left of the bridge. As we approach Yarmouth bus station and the end of our journey, we would like to thank you for travelling on the Southern Vectis Needles Breezer. This is the interchange point for Southern Vectis services to Newport and our island coaster service towards Ventnor, Shanklin and Sandown. If you wish to leave any feedback, then please feel free to pass your comments on to the driver or at the office in the bus station. Alternatively, you can leave any comments on our TripAdvisor page online. Once again, thank you for travelling with us today. We hope you had an enjoyable time today and wish you a very pleasant onward journey.